let's roll. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you may be tuning in. I am Brian Carpenter, sports editor of the Meriden Record-Journal, and welcome to the Spring Cannot Get Here Fast Enough edition of the Athletes of the Week for the winter season. We're only in the third week of our Winter Athletes of the Week, which is good because we have a whole 2 more months to go, and we've got some good winners this week and some more good nominees. So we'll let spring wait just a little bit longer while we bring you our cast of characters for this week. If you remember, week 2, the girls' nominees from basketball, we had some teams that were playing very well and some girls playing very well. From Platt, we had Miss Madison Chapman. From Wilcox Technical High School, we had Miss Samantha Petro. And from Sheehan High School, Miss Olivia Robles. All of them did very well in the ballot box. Hey, Women's March on Saturday, they got good votes this week. And our winner was from Sheehan High School, Miss Olivia Robles, and we caught up to her on Monday afternoon at Sheehan High School.
This is Sean Krovsik here, the Meriden Record-Journal Female Athlete of the Week. Sheehan's junior, Liv Robles. Liv, thank you for meeting us today. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. So, Liv, you guys have had a nice season so far, 7-4. Tell me about the season. What's made it so good so far?
I feel like our team chemistry has really built throughout the season. And last year we kind of fell a little bit in the third quarter, but this year we're strong throughout all of the game. Mm-hmm. And our effort and energy level is just amazing this year.
Tell me about your role on the team. You guys have some younger players now. You're kind of molding into the team.
Yeah. Well, our team, we have like a lot of depth in our team, and which is great because we get to play a lot of players, especially like the young ones. And the people coming off the bench, they show a lot of energy when they're in, and when they're not in, they're always jumping off the bench when someone scores or someone does something well. So it's just like a great feeling.
I notice, especially when the games get tough, you really push for position low in the post and you want the ball. Do you really want the ball in those situations?
Yeah, my coach has a lot of faith in me. Mm-hmm. So when the game is tight, he wants to get me the ball, I guess. Yeah.
What would you say the highlight of the season was so far for the team?
I think the highlight of the season probably was, I feel like last game against Career, even though we lost, we were expected to go into that game and lose. But anyways, we lost, but we only lost by 2, and we just showed a great team effort and that we could hang with teams that are like ranked so high in the state. So I thought it was a great team effort.
Thank you, Olivia, for taking time to speak to Mr. Shawnee Krovsik and Pete Paguaga. One thing I want to update from the Liv Robles file, she had 20 points on Thursday night against Career. A great divisional battle there. Both teams were undefeated. Career wound up winning by 2 points. Liv's had 20 points. She's averaging 15.9 as we head into this week's action. And speaking of this week, here are our girls' nominees for Week 3. We're going to bring it back over to basketball. Nominee number 1 from Lyman Hall, Miss Haley Bruneau. She's only a sophomore. This girl can run and gun, light it up. She had 20 points and 5 3-pointers Friday night down at Ferran, where the Trojans scored the last 14 points of the game against the Lions to earn Coach Tommy Lipka his 150th career victory. Just this other night on Monday, Haley had 16 more points as Lyman Hall kept it cooking, and they beat Guilford. For girls nominee number 2, we're going to go away from the basketball court and over to the indoor track, down to Cox Cage on the campus of Yale University. Beautiful Cox Cage with its beautiful lighting. Pete, you've been down there. You know it's a sweet spot. And putting in a sweet performance at the Yale Invitational was Miss Amanda Howe. You know her. She is the reigning New England discus champion. That's the spring season. We're now in the winter indoor season. Watch for her in the shot put. She won the event down at Yale. Her throw was 40 feet, 2 3/4 inches. She won by more than 2 feet. She also won the weight throw, 53 feet, 2 inches. Amanda's the real deal. She is the reigning co-Record-Journal Track Athlete of the Year with teammate Megan Biscoglio, who is second in pole vault. You're probably going to see Megan down the line here in Athlete of the Week before this winter season is out. For now, it is Miss Amanda Howe, nominee number 2 from Southington High School. Our third and final nominee, we're going back to basketball. We're going over to the east side, though we're referencing a game that was played on the west side. Too much confusion, too much directions, I know. Platte, Maloney, last Thursday, the Maloney girls win that game 54-47. Big win for the Spartans. Melanie Polanco, another big day for her. But you know what? A key shot in that game? This young lady, Miss Alexa Papalo. Maloney was up by just a point with just under 2 minutes to go, and Alexa hits a three-pointer. Boom! Maloney doesn't look back. They go on to win. Hey, and the Spartans almost knocked off number 4 Simsbury on Monday. John Vieira and the girls have a good thing going, and they have Athlete of the Week nominee number 3 here in Week 3 in Miss Alexa Papalo. Okay, we're going to go right over to the boys. We're not even stopping for halftime. We're going, baby. Right on through. It's too bad, too, because we could have a celebrity foul shot contest, I suppose, if I took my time. More interested in telling you who our boys winner was for week number 2. We had some good candidates. We had Scott Bradley, the Lyman Hall hockey player who hit career point number 100. We had another milestone player, Mr. Dewan Ransom for Wilcox Tech, went over 1,000 points. I think he's up to 2,000 by now, Pete, the way that kid's been scoring. But our winner from week 2 was this gentleman, Southington High School, Mr. Andrew Lohneiss. Hey, he and the Blue Knights have something going this year, and we caught up with him just before they played Platte on Monday night over in Southington.
Sean Kropsic with Andrew Lohneiss, Southington High senior, the Male Record Journal Athlete of the Week. Congratulations.
Thank you.
7-3. Tell me about this season.
Well, we had a good first game. We struggled a little bit, lost to Glastonbury, but picked it up from there. Had a couple tough losses, but I think overall we're having a really good start.
We were talking a little bit earlier about your career, and when you first got into this sport, you know, it took some time for you to develop. Tell me about that.
Well, I started in 5th grade, I think, and I was never really good. I never really made the travel team and stuff like that, but I just kept working at it, and now I'm starting varsity. So describe to us as yourself as a player. I try to, obviously I'm a scorer, but I also try to find my teammates a lot, and on the defensive side, just locking up my man and getting rebounds too.
Are you just a natural scorer? Does it come easy to you?
Yeah, I guess so. But my teammates find me when I'm open. I'm just have my hands and feet ready to shoot. So.
What would you say the best part of your game is?
I'd say my shooting, and also getting to the rim is also one of my strong suits. So.
How satisfying is it to be a part of this turnaround at Southington?
It's great. Last year's team got it started for us with 9 wins, making the tournament for the first time. And from there, we're just going to continue on and keep getting wins. Feels good.
What are your expectations for the rest of the year?
I don't want to lose, so that's always an expectation. But just keep playing hard, and we'll see where that goes.
What do you guys think you can do when you get in the tournament?
I think we can go all the way. Honestly, we're pretty high up ranked in Division III, I think. So I think we could win it all.
So for someone that hasn't seen your team this year, how would you describe the way Southington plays?
We look to run first, get stops on defense, which leads to running, and from there we have we set up in man most of the time, but we also lock teams up in a zone too. I think we're a defensive team, I think.
What's been the highlight of the season so far?
I think our record halfway through the year being 700 is something to be proud about. And our last game was a tough game against Northwest Catholic, which I think was probably one of our best wins.
Thank you, Andrew, for speaking with Shawnee and Pete before you guys played Platte on Monday night. Have to bring everything up to date. Southington won that night. Andrew Lohneiss had 21 points. Again, as Peter has mentioned to me, Southington playing fantastic defense. So Andrew Lohneiss, I'm going to use a Pete pun here. Low key, nice at basketball. Andrew Lohneiss leading that team in scoring. But the key thing, from what I've been hearing, is Southington's defense is just superb. And that's kudos to Coach John Cesario, because defense, it's not glamour, man. You got to get people to buy in. But if you bring defense, it comes to play every night and you win games. Hey, lo and behold, Southington Blue Knights are 8-3. Okay, we're moving ahead. Week 3, who are our boys' nominees? Well, we're going to go back to last Friday on the east side of Meriden. The rivalry game between Platte and Maloney was a very, very good one. A lot of scoring, a lot of rainmaking with the threes. Maybe they should have played that game today on Tuesday. It's Tuesday. It's pouring out there, as you saw from our opening. Well, it was pouring in the Maloney gym on Friday night. A lot of rainmaking, a lot of scoring. Maloney won that game 82-78. We have picked a player from each team to be a Record Journal Athlete of the Week nominee here in Week 3. We're going to start with Platt. A very noble effort. Panthers are still looking for their first win. It's going to come sooner or later. This boy keeps shooting the way he was on Friday. It's going to be sooner. Our nominee from Platt, Mr. Desmond Davis. He had 19 points that night. He had 6 3-pointers. 4 of them came in the third quarter. Fantastic night for Desmond. Congratulations to him. He is a nominee for the Panthers. And for the Spartans, well, look no farther than this gentleman, Mr. Romello Samuels. He also hit for 6 3-pointers. He had so many in the second quarter he started laughing because he couldn't miss. He finished with 35 points. He and the Spartans had the 82-78 win. He gets Maloney's nomination here in week number 3. And for our third and final boys nominee here in week 3, last guy, let's build a little drama, Pete. I'll confess, I've been looking at Cheshire. I've been looking at Cheshire because we were so excited to have Mia Judatis be a winner in week 1. We didn't have a Cheshire kid last week. Wanted to go back there this week. It was tough because Lyman Hall indoor track did so well. So we decided to showcase them in Wednesday's paper. Hope you checked out that feature this morning. But for our third and final boys nominee here in week 3, Mr. Ben DeLaBelle from Cheshire Boys Basketball. This was a tough pick, and here's why. Cheshire, winners of 4 of its last 5, including against Amity on Monday night. Remember when they just missed beating Amity when they were undefeated? I said, you watch Dan Lee and those boys. They're going to get Amity next time, and they did, 61-54. With Cheshire, it's been a tough pick because they've had so many kids contributing. Matt Residino, James Pettit, Eric Angelone, Aiden Godfrey, all these guys. We went with Ben because over this 4-1 hot stretch that's gotten Cheshire to the 10-win plateau, he's been averaging close to 12 points a game. He had 12 against Amity. Hey, the kid's a baseball player. That's when he's going to West Point to play. But, when you're a gifted athlete, you can excel in other sports, too, at the high school level, and Ben certainly does that on the hardwood. Ben, you are our third and final nominee here in week 3. There is the slate. You can go online now and vote now through Sunday. Pete, we're going to put up that address right there. I'm going to hold it in my hands, do a couple curls with it, because God knows I need to do a couple curls. Spring can't come fast enough. I can show off the pipes and get a suntan at the same time. Go online now and vote. We have another good cast of nominees. Polls are open until Sunday night. All nominees get automatically invited to our Best of the Bunch Awards brunch at the end of June at the AquaTurf. Who's going to be our guest speaker, Pete? That's right, Mr. James Calhoun. We're looking forward to that. All right, folks, go online, vote for the kids. We'll be back here next week to bring you the winners. Also, remember to tune in Saturday to our This Week in High School Sports show brought to you by Gaylord Specialty Healthcare. For now, I am Brian Carpenter. I can't wait for spring to get here, and I know you can't either. We got some good winter sports still ahead, though. Thank you for tuning in. Catch you next time.